It's been a tough couple of weeks on the pitch, Kris.
Yeah, you could say that. It's not so much the results, it's the performances that have come with them. I mean, last week was the worst one that I've ever been a part of, playing and managing. It just looked like we give up. People didn't care. I've asked them for a reaction today, and ultimately I haven't got that. So there's obviously something missing there, which I've got to address now, because I was always told by an old manager of mine that if you can't play well, you can still work hard, and I've got boys that are doing neither.
And I guess it's difficult because when you look at the team sheet and the squad, you know, they're good players, aren't they?
Yeah, I've just said to them before the game today, like, if they outwork the opponent, the talent and ability that I've got in that changing room would go and beat anyone in this league. But it's the old-fashioned saying that hard work beats talent if talent doesn't work hard, and unfortunately we're falling foul to that.
And of course it makes it more difficult now to make the playoffs as each week goes by.
Yeah, after the result against Saffron Walden, we put our own fate in our own hands. Now we need to probably win our last 10 games on the bounce, and results would still need to go our way. So yeah, it's out of our hands now. So it's the boys' own fault. So it's my fault as well because I've selected the boys to go across that white line. But yeah, so yeah, it's just frustrating all over, Steve.
And it's a fairly big squad, so might be an opportunity for some newer players to have a chance in the coming weeks.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've got 3 boys that we loaned out probably after about 8 or 9 games that have been doing well at the other clubs they're getting minutes at. I'll reach out to them and see if they want to come back in for the last few games, give them a chance to showcase themselves and then going into next season. But it's whether they want to take that opportunity or they're happy where they are now. And like I say, it's the most frustrating thing I've ever done. When you win, you're so high. When you lose, you're so low. But it's just the way we're losing, mate. So, but yeah, it'll give people an opportunity to come in now, give them a go and see what they're about.
And as a manager, how much does that impact on your Saturday night? Do you go home and replay the game again, or?
That lingers with me till probably Wednesday or Thursday until we start preparing for the next one. It's even worse as a manager when you lose than as a player. As a player, I always felt if you lost, you could have done something about it, and you always could right your wrongs the next week. Ultimately, as a manager, once you put them out and give them their objectives and their jobs, once they step over that white line, there's nothing you can do to influence anything. So yeah, it's a difficult one to take, and yeah, definitely it ruins me Saturday night. So the missus has just said as I've walked in the bar there, oh, here he goes again with that face. So yeah, it's a tough one.
Would you have liked to have had a midweek game, or would you rather just regroup for next Saturday?
I would like to have a midweek game, definitely, because it gives me an opportunity to sort of put this one aside sooner rather than later. Ultimately, where we're waiting for Saturday, this one lingers for now 5 or 6 days. So yeah, midweek quick turnarounds are much better.
And the challenge to any manager, whether it's Man United or Romford, is to get the players up for the next one.
Yeah, which is going to be difficult. In the change room afterwards, you can just tell they're all deflated, down in the dumps. But how do you pick a group up which have lost their last 2 performances like that? Hopefully we got a couple of people coming back from injuries, a couple hopefully coming back from loan, give us a little bit of impetus towards the end of the season to finish strong. And never say never, but it's out of our hands now, unfortunately.
And without sort of making you down any further, we've got some real tough games coming up, haven't we?
Yeah, it doesn't get any easier. Obviously, Stanway absolutely flying at the moment, top of the table at their place. I think they've only lost once in the last probably 5 or 6 months of football. So yeah, it's going to be hard. But listen, there's only one way to bounce back, and that's to get 3 points. And if you do it against them, it makes it a little bit better. But we'll see. One game at a time now. See where we end up.
Thanks for being so honest, Kris.
No worries, mate.